China is in desperate need of English teachers. They want to educate as much of their population as they can, all the way through college. We come here to teach English and also to engage in a cultural dialogue. I've been singing since 3rd grade and sang up through college at Notre Dame. And for me, Chinese is brand new. Being in Asia is brand new. So it is a surprise for me to be able to bring something I've been doing and communicate with them in a language that I actually do understand.
That was a clip of a Peace Corps volunteer sharing his time in China. The video is highlighted on PeaceCorpsPostcards.com, a website that showcases stories of volunteers around the world. Here with us now, one of the founders of that site, Vanity Fair special correspondent Maureen Orth. Maureen, it's great to see you.
Thank you. It's great to be
here.
So
tell us, what were we watching there? What is a Peace Corps postcard?
Well, we decided for the 50th anniversary of the Peace Corps that started last year to go around the world and show Peace Corps volunteers in action, because they're doing such wonderful work for us. You know, so much today, particularly in the political campaign, is a dark picture painted of America. These are kids who, for the bang for the buck, are doing the best diplomacy you could possibly imagine. So I went to southwestern China, 3.5 hours by air from Beijing. Wow. To the poorest province of China, where these kids are teaching English, but then they do these side projects like Glee Club, like Shakespeare, like the prom, like cooking, whatever it is, and the Chinese kids love it because they've never really met foreigners before, and these are the first Americans they've ever met.
So in the farthest reaches of China, they're learning about the prom.
Yeah.
They're singing, top 40 music. What's the reception like when you go to a place like that as an American woman?
It's fascinating. People are really friendly, and you go to these cities that have over 1 million in them, and you don't even know they exist. And there was one Peace Corps volunteer, female, is the only foreigner in a city, only female foreigner in a city of almost 1 million people. And she's pretty and blonde, and, you know, she gets all this attention. But these kids really live at the same level. There's no heat in the schools. They have to study and cook and do everything in their parkas during the wintertime. It was cold there. But the Chinese are very, very curious about our culture, and they're very dedicated to learning English.
You know, we are all, as Americans, justifiably proud of SEAL Team 6 and everything that happens around the world.
Correct.
With regard to the American Armed Forces, which is a terrific thing to be proud of.
Right.
And yet, wouldn't it be nice if the Peace Corps received equal accolades for what the Peace Corps does around the world? Give us an update on how large the Peace Corps is now. Where are the Peace Corps volunteers? What are they doing? Well,
there are 9,000 volunteers in 70 countries right now. They're in places that they weren't in before, like the Ukraine, all through Eastern Europe. They're in the Middle East. They're in Jordan. Of course, they're in Africa and Latin America. And they're doing some really high-tech stuff now. For example, they use apps on cell phones in Africa to teach women's health, and it's a completely different organization. You know, the Peace Corps budget, which is $375 million, is less than that of military marching bands and 5 hours in Iraq. So the point is, that is exactly the reason I wanted to do the website, and we did get backing from American Express and Bank of America, because we want to waging peace, you know, is really important.
The young guy that we saw in the clips from Notre Dame, terrific. Notre Dame University, Peace Corps. How do young people in this employment age that they're confronting when they graduate from college, how do they get to the Peace Corps? How do they
have to apply, and we have PeaceCorps.com, and there's a waiting list. And listen, if there's one commercial I'd throw out there is to have Congress, at least, if we could just get a few more $1 million for the budget, we could get it up to 10,000. That's our goal. But it's pretty tough. And I think, you know, the Peace Corps used to be in Iran. It used to be in Afghanistan. There are people who speak the language. It's an amazing experience, and you can go at any age. We have people in the Peace Corps that are 80 years old.
Maureen, before we go, you served in the Peace Corps. Everybody I know who's ever served in the Peace Corps looks back at it as a time that shaped the person they had become. What did it mean to you?
It's enriched my life immeasurably. And, you know, I have 2 foundations and 3 schools around Medellin, Colombia that are 1 laptop per child English schools, and I have my own foundation and everything. And I was able to go back to Medellin in like about 6 years ago. And it has just been probably the thing that I most care about and has been the most creative and challenging, to be able to speak another language, to be able to just feel at home. It's just wonderful.
Maureen, thanks for being here, and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
All right, the website is peacecorpspostcards.com.